Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Our Winning Season 1978. This is gonna be another PG rated AIP movie from the late 70s. I hate this movie. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. It's basically a mismarketed as a track and field movie, which kind of angered a lot of reviewers besides me who are into track and field. The only track and field you see in this movie is in the beginning and at the end. And oh, by the way, going back to my last review, I watched the bonus features. It featured the cinematographer who did a lot of Pedro Almodovar movies, and it also featured the cigar chomping director who said that the kids were behaving like ants. They're
funny.
Instinctually killing adults, which doesn't really make sense. It's kind of a sweeping, hasty generalization type of argument that kids are adapting to being killed by war by killing adults. Not all adults are responsible for war, only the adults who work for government. So it would have made more sense to have the kids killing government officials, but that wouldn't have been politically correct. And he said the movie differed from the book, sort of like Captain Underpants.
Ta-da! Wait, this is the third book. Let me see if there's the fourth book.
By the way, I just bought him the first 10 Captain Underpants books. So he's back there.
Oh, I found it! Ta-da!
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like backwards. Oh, great. Oh, whatever.
No, it'll come back. It'll come back normal once I'm done. Don't worry.
I got this from a library and you bought me it.
It's just like a mirror image of me in the camera, but once it plays, you'll be able to see that it's Captain Underpants and it's not backwards.
Oh, that's strange.
Just the way the video works, the way it's set up. So,
oh, I know. If I do this, if I raise my right hand, then and then the first video will say I'm raising my right hand, and then in the real video, it's like it's actually done.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the Captain Underpants movie is like that because Professor Poopy Pants does different things in the book compared to the movie. So, so this last flick that I reviewed, what was it called? Can you kill a child?
No, I can't. That's illegal.
That movie had the same problem, same issues, because instead of having this ant instinct to kill, to protect themselves supposedly from adults, even though not all adults support the government. I don't even vote. I'm an anarchist crank. I don't support these people. So why would any kids want to kill me in order to protect themselves from getting killed in war? Doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
You follow my logic? Anyways, there's a little faulty logic in that movie. I like that movie, but I wasn't willing to give it 5 out of 5 stars because there are too many plot holes. For instance, the one plot hole that I forgot about because I was too dang tired working the graveyard shift, Fisherman's Wharf, was that there's some kind of communist thing going on in Thailand, some kind of civil war thing, and it's 1976. I think by then the Vietnam War is over, so I think that uh, when they were watching the television, watching the news, it was kind of out of place. And anyways, getting back to our winning season, so it starts out with this track guy. He's losing to the big bully at school, the blonde-haired kid. So he ends up losing, and his friend um, kind of gives him a hard time, tries to get him to be better, but he doesn't want to, or he's kind of lackadaisical. And his best friend is going out with his sister, but he cheated on her, so he has to win her back, which he does by joining the army. This is a very pro-Vietnam War movie because the antagonist in this movie, which is not to say that there isn't a plot to this movie, but the antagonist is very much anti-war, and the protagonists are very much pro-war, including Dennis Quaid. This is the first movie that I've actually seen him in. He's a very famous actor in this. There are a bunch of other lady actresses in this that I've seen before. Most notably, the girl from Rock and Roll High School is in it. So the rest of the movie is just pretty much high school kids having fun, partying, and getting involved with alcohol and drugs. Most noticeably cannabis hemp. And that's about the only drug in this movie, but anyways. So they're having fun. They're like doing graffiti on the side of the bridge while the Keystone cops don't know what's going on. It's really simple graffiti like Bob and Kathy or whatever. The main couple in the movie write their names, and he can't write a heart because he ran out of space there. So he's on this like bungee cord dangling, and every once in a while Dennis Quaid screams like Tarzan. It's supposed to take place in the late 70s, in the late 60s, so it's kind of a ripoff on Macon County Line and the other movie. So it's a ripoff on their own movie, and it's also a ripoff on American Graffiti. Although it does take place a few years later, during the British invasion, whatever, Rolling Stones and the Beatles. So, yeah, the rest of the movie is like that. There's really not much going on, just kids fighting and going to the burger pizza joint. And in the end, the gal's boyfriend ends up going to Vietnam, and he ends up getting himself killed like within 2 weeks. So the bully was right. I mean, he died for nothing, basically. And
I know. I guess he got cancer.
No, he got shot by some Viet Cong soldier, probably buried in that cemetery plot that we always pass by on the way to my bachelor pad. No, it's just a movie. He's not buried there, but I don't know what other movies he's been in. Not too many. There's some really good actors and some really no-name actors in this. So, not a good flick. The ending is supposed to have an uplifting ending, which it does kind of. You can pretty much predict the end, and it's got the cheesy music to kind of lift your soul up, I guess. But the problem is that the kids they're all gung ho about war in Vietnam, so I couldn't really relate to them. I couldn't really relate to any of the characters in this movie. They spray paint Dennis Quaid's car with something. I don't even know what it is.
Daddy, look at this flip-around. It's so funny. Daddy, look. A Hard Day's Break.
Oh, he's got Flip-O-Rama. Cool. Yeah. Anyways, I can't recommend this movie. I'm not going to post the trailer in the description box, so there is a trailer in the bonus features. The bonus features in the last disc that I watched kind of I don't know, confusing, because it said child director. I thought it was an actual child director, but it was actually the guy who directed Can He Kill a Child? So I got two more DVDs here. Let's see what I got. I just returned one of them, but I don't think the mailman came to pick it up. It was too late. I've got Something Short of Paradise, another PG movie from 1979. I'll probably watch that one next. I'm not looking forward to it. And then I got, open up the other one. I got the Amityville Horror, 1979. National Fart Academy. Is that like a Khan Academy of farting? Anyways, I think I'm going to watch this one first. So, unfortunately, I don't think I've seen the Amityville Horror all the way through. Although I remember kids getting freaked out by this movie when it came out when I was in grade school. I got Something Short of Paradise with Susan Sarandon. It's like some kind of lame romantic comedy. Bet you I'm gonna hate this one. So, anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I got those, and I just returned Our Winning Season. So I'll try to get to those other two. I don't think I'm gonna finish this one tonight, but probably finish it Saturday night during my graveyard shift. And then, so I'm not gonna say check this one out. I hate this flick. Laters.